Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game.
He rifles one. It's intercepted. picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, Kincaid. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Kincaid. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. He gets it to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a giant first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something early in the game, and they don't get him on the ground. You can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Kincaid over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. What's going on with this defense? In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st and 10, Kincaid, throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Kincaid. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brian Daboll reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot.
After review of the play,
so not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. To throw on 2nd down. Kincaid. He gets this one to Burks. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Kincaid. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the slant, Burks. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Kincaid. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kincaid. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the... action. Here comes the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Now Jones on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. On the move past the 40. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the... So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Thomas. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Pierce. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Things up. Now there's room to roam.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Off play action. Kincaid. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Throwing on first down. Kincaid. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Back to throw. Kincaid. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down. Kincaid, same target. It's Jacobs again. And they're able to work this across mid. To the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. and that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's McCarthy. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kincaid. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. And they will not have time to get another. Play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up. After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kincaid. It's complete. Burks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Kincaid. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception, Kincaid. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Kayvon Thibodeaux picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kincaid toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Off the play fake. Kincaid, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And the Giants ready to come out now. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. That's caught by Hollister. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Finding room at midfield, down the left sideline. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Kincaid. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they... But they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over. Jones looking around. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. They look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Quick hitter. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Giants, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Off the bootleg. Bloom out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Across. Brian Daboll reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Looking to throw. Bloom. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up. And set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Bloom. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Rams punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From just shy of midfield, Jones finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bloom. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Thomas. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Giants sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Bloom. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six. Last week, not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 39, Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They run with Thomas. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw on third down, Bloom. It's complete to Drake. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Now a give here to Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now down to 20. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Jones, off play action. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From just shy of midfield, Jones throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. A good pickup there, a 22. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On the ground, it's Thomas. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Bloom. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bloom. And he hits Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Throwing on 1st down. Bloom. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming
in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bloom. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Bloom. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Bloom. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Operating from the gun, Bloom. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped. 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Giants, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.